the logo on a report template, you'll need to go to the report editor via settings and then click on reports. This will bring up the report editor, which is an HTML and CSS tool. You'll see a series of reports in your library if you've already got these created. In order to create a report with your own logo, you would go to Create New Report here and give it a name. You have the option of either using a blank template when there's no code whatsoever, or you can use the example template, which includes the code from our standard Workflow Plus report. So we give it a name and we'll use the example template. This brings up your report here and you can see all of the code on the left-hand side, and it will give you the option to preview what that report will look like with some job data. You can see here we can choose different jobs and we can choose different jobs as well to view. You'll see at the top of the screen there are 3 tabs. One is for body, one is for the header, and the third one is for settings. To change the logo, we need to navigate to the header tab. So we click here and then we can scroll down. You can see the logo presented there. If you're ever not sure where the code is, you can do a Control F and search for the word. So Workflow Plus uses base64 encoding, and that ensures that the image is encoded safely, because we do not permit the linking of external images on Workflow Plus for security. So what you'll need to do is locate your logo, have that saved somewhere locally, and then you'll need to visit a base64 image encoder. I've got one here, and we link out as well to that in our knowledge. So I've got a base64 encoder here. We would then get that code generated, and we would do that by locating the logo that we've got saved. Just choose any one here. And what that will do is it will create chunks of code. What we need is the HTML code. You can see that here. We can just copy that. What I would tend to do at this point is have a text file open, and I would just drop all of that code in a text file. It's a really, really long piece of code. And then what we need to do is drop that in here. Now you'll see where it's in the image section here, you'll see source, and you'll see it starts with the quotations. What I tend to do is just pick up just the quotations, just the code within the quotations. So I'm just going to navigate back to my chunk of code, which I've got in my text editor, and I'm just going to pick up everything from the quotations down. So it's really large because it's all encoded. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick everything, including those quotations, but nothing else. I'm just going to Control C to copy that code. Just going to get rid of that. And then I'm just going to drop it in here. So I want the quotations there, and I'm just going to go all the way down to the very bottom. And then along here, and I will delete this. And then I'm just going to drop that chunk of code in from my text editor file. You can see it's turned blue, which is great. That means it's accepted the code. There's no formatting issues. And you can see that that logo has now appeared on the top of my report template. You can change the height and sizing of this logo by going back to your body tab. And in the CSS at the top, which is the code for styling the report, if we just click and Control F again, we can search for the word logo, and that brings us to some stylings for the logo. And you can see here the margin at the top is set to 2 rem and to the right, but we could adjust that to 1 just so that it's a little bit closer to the top and the right hand borders. And we might want to make the height a little bit different as well. We might want to just make it a little bit bigger. You can see that we can adjust the height, but the width will automatically adjust based on your height setting. So if I just drop that, move that up to 5.5 for example, that will adjust the width accordingly. And you'll see that it's working here. You can see the blue bar at the top. We'll just wait for that to refresh. And you can see there, that's just enlarged the logo very slightly and just repositioned it. Hopefully that will help you to update your logos as well.